How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching another video. So tonight I just want to talk about a few reasons why as a gun owner, you cannot put President Trump back into office. Just to start off with, I totally understand that there are many other important issues that you need to consider when trying to vote for who you want to be president next. There's immigration, there's what are we going to do about the wars around the globe and our armed services, there's universal health care. All of those things need to be considered, but for this video, I just want to have a look at it from a perspective as a gun owner. Now, traditionally, Republican presidents have been very friendly to the Second Amendment, and that's what Donald Trump was supposed to be. But guys, let's face it, Donald Trump is not Second Amendment friendly. In fact, he's the opposite. He's anti-gun. And despite going to NRA rallies and saying that he's pro-gun and he wants to help preserve the Second Amendment, Donald Trump has done more harm to Second Amendment rights than Obama did, who was a Democrat in his entire 8 years as president. Now, the first point I want to make is what President Trump did to bump fire stocks and how he handled it. Now, guys, I've shot bump fire stocks before. I think they're silly, but the point is they're part of the Second Amendment. President Obama, there for 8 years, kind of looked at bump fire stocks and said, you know what, I'm going to leave them alone. But because of public pressure and the Las Vegas shootings, President Trump caved into that pressure, made an executive decision, and made it illegal. And not only that, but you had to hand them in. So if you kept your bump fire stock, you were a felon. And that, friends, is 100% anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment. Now, the second example I want to bring up are silencers. Much like bump stocks, they're kind of on the fringes of the Second Amendment, but are still protected by it. And after a shooting, President Trump went on national TV and said, he doesn't really like them, and will look into seeing getting them banned. And that, guys, is 100% not gun friendly. And the third and clearest point that President Trump is anti-gun is his nominee to be director of the ATF, which controls everything firearm related, Chuck Canterbury. Now, this guy Canterbury has a laundry list of anti-gun policies that range anywhere from mandatory buyback programs to an assault ban. Now, why, as a pro-gun, supposedly pro-gun president, would you nominate somebody that is so anti-gun to be head director of the ATF? Easy answer, you're anti-gun. So as a gun owner of the United States of America, what do? Your one great hope, the Republican president that's supposed to be in your corner, is anti-gun. Where do you go? I mean, all the other Democratic candidates have come on and basically said that they want to ban assault-type weapons, except for maybe one, Andrew Yang. Now, guys, I don't know if I'm a Democrat or Republican, and for me, it doesn't matter. I just want to put the best foot forward that America has to offer. And what I do know is that President Trump is not the best that we have to offer. And out of all of the candidates that I've been listening to, both on the Republican and the Democratic side, Andrew Yang has made the most sense. Now, seriously, guys, if you are a hardcore Republican, you cannot stare me in the face and say, yes, President Trump is the best that the United States has to offer. There is no way that if you are a Republican in Congress right now, that you cannot say to yourself, damn, I am just worn out putting my neck out for this guy. He just keeps screwing up. And I'm telling you guys right now, Andrew Yang has a really interesting view of firearms. You guys can look it up on his website. He basically has a tiered licensing system. And I know there's a ton of people out there, they're going to say, you know what? Registration of firearms and licensing is BS. That just gives the government a list of everything you have. And if they want to come and get you and take your firearms, they know how to find them and exactly what firearms you have. I totally understand that point, and it's a valid one. But he's the only one that's not slammed to the left and it's like, we should take them all. Mandatory buyback programs. Let's ban everything. At least he's willing to have the conversation and say, hey, you know what? If you want something that's semi-automatic, right, as opposed to bolt action, you need to prove that you can handle that, much like driving a car. Now, guys, Andrew Yang is the first candidate I've heard that is willing to take that position that a car is as dangerous as a firearm or a knife or a hammer. They're all dangerous. He's just saying that because of its inherent ability to be dangerous, that a firearm should be licensed just like a car. And I know it's not the ideal situation. I don't like it. I kind of like the way things are right now. But out of the entire plethora of crap that we got to deal with, he might be our only way out. And as an upside, guys, if Andrew Yang does win, his universal basic income, the freedom dividend, would give us an extra $1,000 a month. So what do you do as a gun owner in America? We are not in a very good place here. The Republican president who's supposed to be in our corner is anti-gun. The nearest ally we have is a Democrat that's not very well known, and his policies are not the best, but are still better than the actual president in office right now. And then we got immigration. We have universal health care. We've got what are we going to do with our armies across the world? Are we bringing them home? Are we world police? All of those things, I can tell you right now, guys, is going to be an interesting election in 2020. But guys, that's the ending of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys later.